Hello YouTube, this is Angie, and I am one day overdue for my 10-week post-op video. I'd been doing videos every 2 weeks, and that would have actually put it on my 9th week, but I like even numbers better, and I don't know, I just wanted to be on even numbers, and okay, maybe I was a bit lazy and just didn't make a video. That's also entirely possible. First up, numbers. Last 3 weeks have been a mixed bag. I lost 5 pounds in my 8th week. I lost no pounds in my 9th week. And no, dial it back 1 week. So my 7th week, 5, 8th week, none. 9th week, oh, it got kind of tricky with the numbers there. 9th week, I think I lost 4. So now I am down to 225. Pretty pleased about that. I don't know, I guess part of me always kind of thought that it would be faster. I think I've said this even before. I keep saying it because it's what I think. I just thought it would be a little bit faster, but I kind of like, my dog won't stop barking. I kind of like the consistency. I like that it's mostly regular. I mean, I'm averaging probably 3 pounds a week, which is, you know, what everyone always says is good, so must be good because everyone says it. Jake. Hey. Sorry. Yeah, he's excited. I don't know why. Neighbor dogs must be out again. Yeah. So today, after all that little babbling and dog interruption, I wanted to talk about just a few of the products that I got pre-op and took to the hospital that I found useful. Actually, mostly just product. But I saw it, it's called Oasis. It's a mouth moisturizing spray. Someone mentioned it on YouTube. I bought it because I thought, oh, why not try it? Because post-op, at least for me, and I think it's true for a large number of people, is they don't let you drink anything until you can have, I think it's called a barium x-ray, and that's like 24 hours after your surgery. So a full day of nothing to drink, and even right now I'm really thirsty, and I had something to drink a little while ago. I'm a baby when I'm thirsty, so I thought it was going to be rough. And they, at least at the hospital where I'm at, they let you have either, I guess, ice, or they have these little mouth swabby things that are supposed to kind of moisten your mouth so it's not quite so uncomfortable. I didn't use any of that. I used the Oasis. It was a bit of a lifesaver, really. Funny thing is when I bought it, I tried it before I went to the hospital because I wanted to see what it tasted like, and I thought it was disgusting. But when I was in the hospital, I think I used probably about half this bottle, and it was good. I guess when you're kind of desperately thirsty, even this tastes amazing. So I really liked it. Oasis, I would strongly recommend it. It just makes things a little bit more comfortable. Another dog distraction. While I was in the hospital, though, I slept so much that I didn't use that much stuff. I took my iPad with me. I had considered not taking it, and I thought about taking my laptop. I thought, oh, I'm going to be so bored. I took my Kindle because of the battery life, even though I read on my iPad most of the time. I thought, I'm going to be so bored. I need to be entertained. I was asleep a good percentage of the time that I was in the hospital, and when I wasn't asleep, I was usually walking around, which, by the way, is not incredibly comfortable. I kept ice packs kind of held tight to my belly, which helped a lot. Ice packs were my best friend, although a woman that had her surgery the same time I did, apparently her ice pack broke open when one of the surgical resident came in to check on her, and he dumped the ice all over her. So it's not funny. It's funny, but it wasn't at all funny, I'm sure, to her. And if it had happened to me, it wouldn't have been at all funny. So, ooh. But ice packs are still good, so go for them. So really, in terms of what you need in the hospital, isn't much. My mother actually, she drove me up and she stayed with me after my surgery. And the second day I was in the hospital, I told her not to even come up and I'm glad I did, because I was either asleep or watching the Olympics or walking around. So I was occupied most of the time, like I said, sleeping, so whatever. In the hospital, I took a shower even on the second day, so hopefully that's what you can do. I always feel really gross if I can't, like, wash my hair or something. I just feel really disgusting. So that was good. What else was interesting in the hospital? I thought I should talk about that a little bit just for you pre-op people. It's not that bad. It goes really, really fast. The food. I don't know if I've talked about this yet or not, so I'm just going to talk about it, so live with it. They brought up food. They had kind of a room service-y sort of meal system, which I'm sure if you're not a bariatric patient is good, because the menu looked good. For bariatric people, it was 2 tablespoons of either chicken or beef broth, and always lime jello. So 2 tablespoons of broth, 2 tablespoons of lime jello. I never could eat any of the jello, so don't expect... I mean, I heard some people can. So if you can eat, all 4 tablespoons of whatever they bring you, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. The first day I couldn't even get down the whole, all the broth. Although I thought it was awesome. Probably because I was so thirsty that, by then I could drink, but sips are so small, and the first couple days it's tricky. Even now, I can drink almost full swallows again, but I don't. Like, I kind of got in the habit of, if I took too big of a drink, to hold some of the liquid in my mouth and just kind of swallow parts of it, and I still do that. I don't know if I should be doing that. I don't know if I should be not drinking the quantity that I am at a time. That's possible too. I'm still having trouble with water. I'm not getting enough. I'm doing very well on my vitamins. My dietitian will be very happy when I meet with her next week. Exercise has fallen off a little bit. I was walking probably 6-7 days a week, but my knee pain had started to come back. And also I have some ankle pain that really kind of sucks. It's some sort of a tendon thing going on. I should probably go to my doctor, but I don't particularly like my doctor, so I don't want to. So that's kind of been painful, so I've kind of slowed down on the walking. I bought a bike, which I was very excited about doing. Forgot that bikes make your butt hurt. So I've been riding, like, I'll ride to work and ride home from work, and if I don't ride to work, I'll ride, a quick 10-minute ride at the best, because the butt cannot take more. I probably should get a bigger seat, and it would be more comfortable, but frankly, winter's coming, and I hate winter, and I hate being cold, so the likelihood that I'm going to ride over winter is slim to none. So I don't know if I'm going to mess with getting a different seat. I think, if I lose another, say, 50 pounds, it probably won't hurt as much. So I might stick with the seat I've got. But that was kind of exciting for me. Admittedly, I had gone into it saying that, when I hit 225, I'll start looking, and then 221, which is actually my next goal weight, was when I would buy, but frankly, I didn't want to lose the decent weather, and I really just wanted to ride a bike. It'd been 20 years. What else has been going on? Oh, I also wanted to talk about protein. My protein, I'm not doing quite as well as I did for a while, just because, like I said, my walking has been more regular. It used to be I would walk every morning, and then I would have a protein shake, and then I would go to work. And that was, breakfast, walking, protein shake, work. And that, since I kind of was laying off the walking because of my knee and my ankle, I wasn't doing it quite as regularly. So I bought some protein bars, which are about the same calories, actually a little bit less than what my protein shakes had been. A little bit less protein, though. On the flip side, actually quite a lot less protein. So my protein hasn't been quite as dead on as it had been for the entire time up until now. I'm still only missing a day here or there. It's not dramatic or anything, but whatever. I wanted to talk about the protein bars because it's hard finding gluten-free protein bars. You can't just, grab any old bar and not get sick. So the kinds I'm really liking, first of all, the one with the biggest protein, it also doesn't taste as good as some of the others, but 20 grams of protein, Think Thin is the brand. The only kind they sell here in town, I live in a very small town, is the creamy peanut butter, which has actually got a chocolate coating, so that is pretty okay with me. But it's 20 grams of protein, 230 calories. I eat that only when I'm way down on protein, and the 20 grams boosts me right up, so that's good. The other kind, the kind that I adore and would eat constantly if I could just roll around in it, is the Nugo chocolate chip mint, I think is what it is. It is delicious. So good. It tastes like a candy bar, but it is fantastic. It's got 10 grams of protein, so like I said, quite a bit less than the Think Thin bar, but it tastes quite a lot better. It's got 200 calories, so 30 calories less than the Think Thin bar. And mind you, I only do the protein bar if I didn't do the protein shake, so it's kind of a calorie balance that way. Although, and sometimes even I'm doing the protein bar instead of the shake after exercise. Most of the time I still do the shake after exercise. But the Nugo chocolate mint, so good. It tastes chocolate mint. It's exactly descriptive and exactly what it is. The other is the Nugo dark chocolate crisp, or crispy. I wish I had one in front of me so I could show you and actually have the title right. That's also really, really good. I don't know if I talked about MyFitnessPal before. I think I did. If I didn't, I'll talk about it in the next one. But I'm keeping a food journal in MyFitnessPal of everything I eat. I average I'd say around 700 calories a day. And then with exercise, I usually burn around 200 calories, so you could say my net calories are about 500 a day, which is still a little low. The goal ultimately is to be 1,200 calories a day. That's going to be difficult to get to, just because I get in food ruts, and I eat the same thing over and over and over. It's easy to hit in theory, but in practice it's a little rough. I think I've probably babbled enough for today. Did I even talk about everything? I don't know. I'm going to have to rewatch my videos so that I can know what I've talked about. But yeah, Oasis, that was the big thing I wanted to cover for you pre-op people, pre-op person that I know about. This works well. This was definitely my friend in the hospital. And the nurses didn't care. I asked, and she said, "No, don't worry about it, just use it." So I did. Yeah. So Nugo bars, Think Thin, Oasis. That's our takeaway from today's rambly lecture from me. All right. Well, have a good day. Good luck in surgery. If you're coming up on surgery, good luck post-op if you're post-op. And I will see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you.